Buddy, and welcome back to another episode of Open Hearts, the almost weekly tabletop RPG. We are back with episode 46, and I need to change the episode number.
Woo!
If we remember what happened last session, Tagok is traumatized still, and she almost killed Clement accidentally. He's fine though.
Yeah, burned a couple people actually.
Yep. And at the end of last episode, kind of near the end, a letter was sent out to Farron asking wait, no. Am I mixing things up?
No, you're not.
No, you
Nope.
did send a letter.
A letter was sent.
You did send a letter
Yep.
to Farron
Yeah.
asking
A letter, yeah.
to meet with him at some point over the 3-day span to talk about the things that he has supposedly the new information. The new developments, that's what I wanted to say. Fuck me.
It's okay, words are hard.
You may notice that things have been shifted around a little bit with the table display, and that a previous party member is no longer with us. We will not get into it, but just know that the fate of Fen is in good hands.
Yay!
Woo!
So, after last night's little scare with Clement, everybody went off to bed. Well, that is, except for one. Tagok, you didn't sleep again.
Nope.
So, that being said, you already know this, but this is just for viewers' sake. Tagok is now at exhaustion level 3, which means she now also has disadvantage on attack and saving throws, along with just
Half speed.
other skill rolls and half speed.
Not good.
So, it is the next day, of course, and everybody gets up, kind of has breakfast. Some people awkwardly shifting in and out of the room at times, but do something, please. I'm dying.
Sorry, I was quick writing something down.
You're good.
Um,
Kalina, she, I think she, why not be reading a book today? Why not be reading a book?
Yeah.
Because she's a nerd. And no, it's not one of her romance novels.
Yeah. Too mortifying.
Yeah.
that is not a read in public thing.
Yeah, it's not a read in public thing. It's
Alright.
oh dear.
I need to find my notebook. Both Colbert and I need to find our notebooks to be able to plan some shit out. Where the fuck did it go? There it is. Alright. I don't remember what was the last thing I wrote. Okay. So I'm just gonna be like, I'm just reviewing what I last wrote slash like I know about from what I last heard from Farron.
Mm-hmm.
So potion for the heart, flesh regrowing syndrome, syndrome. What am I fucking talking about? Serum. Um,
Yeah.
I'm just reviewing the notes that I've taken.
Okay.
That's what's Colbar doing at the moment.
Yeah. But yeah, Kalina's just reading.
You've been reading.
Yeah. Like, just reading, sipping on her cup of morning tea, big glasses on.
Ye-
Literally a
What
big
if?
nerd. She looks like such a fucking nerd.
Nerd, nerd, nerd.
Nerd!
Nerd, nerd, nerd.
Nerd!
What if Freya is over there trying to read and asking about big words?
Oh, like
Little cringer.
with Kalina.
Need.
What?
Freya is currently has eaten their breakfast and is now scampering going from person to person at the dining room table and
Baby.
chatting with them. And when she gets to you, when they get to you, Kalina, they sort of like clamber up the back of the chair and peer over your shoulder and say, "What
Aw,
you doing?"
I'm reading. Wait, what am I reading anyway?
Well, you decide.
What are you reading?
Um. Hmm. Probably a classic that she's read many, many times before, but she still
Mhm.
likes it anyway. Hmm. I guess almost in like an equivalent of like, oh, what's a good classic? Frankenstein.
Casually reading Frankenstein.
What? I mean, like, come on, it's Kalina. Who fucking knows? Hey, that's a classic.
It is a classic. It teaches Freya how to read Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Good book.
So yeah, Freya sort of tilts their head when you say you're reading, and they say, "Well, what you reading?"
Well, this one is about. Fuck. Sorry, brain. Brain.
It's about a
You're good,
scientist
mate.
who makes artificial life.
Yeah. Thank you.
Oh my god, artificial life.
Freya.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh! It is like that.
Oh, the implications.
The implications.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh!
Oh,
Oh no! What
Matthew.
have I done?
Oh my god, I still
Oh.
want to know the reaction of like a
Oh, I
Freya's-
didn't even
a
think
Freya
about
from the
that.
plot of that. Oh my god.
Oh no!
Oh.
But yeah.
Let's
Kalina,
not think
she,
about that.
She
Yeah,
says,
that's nothing too hard.
"Well,
I want to know.
this story is about a scientist who makes his own friends, if you would. Not how you make friends, but like she's slowly realizing it's like, oh, this is a bad time. Well, he makes artificial life, in a sense.
Freya kind of, you see their antennas kind of move a little bit, and they say, "Oh, like me and Finn."
Hey, I suppose.
Does the scientist treat his friends good?
Hmm. Kalina, she,
The answer to that is no.
yeah, Kalina, she, just kind of shakes her head a little bit and just says, "No, he doesn't really treat him that well, unfortunately."
Freya kind of makes a little pursed lip thing. She's like, and says, "Are you sure this book isn't about Elwyn?"
Oh,
Oh,
throw
Kalina.
in it. Throw in shade.
Oh man.
Throwing 50.
Cutthroat.
Nice. Nice.
Damn.
Kalina just,
The most innocent roast ever.
yeah, literally the most innocent roast ever.
Most innocent roast ever.
Yes.
Oh shit.
But Kalina, she, hears this and almost just kind of gasps a little bit, just like, and before she says something, she just kind of, before you, like you say something, you just kind of stop and your mouth is open,
Yeah.
and then you just kind of close it while thinking. That's her, like she's about to speak, but then just stops, and then she just says, well, I never thought of it that way before.
Freya kind of smiles and says, "'Cause sometimes, don't people, like, tell stories but change it a little bit so you don't know who they're actually talking about?"
Yes, that is very true. So, who knows? I mean, this story is quite old. It was written long before even my father was born.
Elwyn's also old.
And so is both Fen and Freya.
And so is Fen and Freya.
Yeah,
Fen and Freya are both
literally
over 1,000 years old.
Yeah, over 1,000 years old.
Old cringers.
Fucking weird.
So weird.
It's so weird.
And Kalina, she just looks at Freya and just says, well, maybe this is based off of Elwyn. I would be quite curious to find out. Though I doubt that the author is even alive anymore.
Freya just kind of hums and, like, tilts their head back and forth, like, yeah, that's true. You can't exactly ask them.
Yeah, can't exactly ask.
It's Then you feel Freya hop down off the back of your chair and scamper away as you hear their claws kind of against the
Oh, the
hardwood
tippy.
floor.
Click, 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 click.
Oh, the tippy tappies.
The tippy tappies.
Tippy tap.
Tippy taps.
Oh, baby.
Tap tap.
Tap, 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 tap. Baby. Wait, are Kane and Avalon still here?
They were at the dining room table, but at some point during breakfast, Abelet got up and Kane followed him a little bit later. Which brings me to something I was about to say. But the group, you all can kind of hear talking in the, like, front hall.
Uh-huh. Are they voices that we recognize?
Yes.
Oh. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Caleb's dad?
That's my dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh.
Playing music.
It's Colbart's dad haunting us from beyond the grave. Sometimes
He's
Colbart can still
dancing.
hear him.
Sometimes I can still hear
Oh
him
my
singing
God.
Sometimes
sea
I can still
shanties.
hear him.
I can still hear him
Stop
singing.
telling people I'm dead. Sometimes I can still hear his voice.
All right, but the voices you hear in the main hall are Kane and Ablet.
Oh, okay. Are they getting closer or are they just stationary?
Stationary.
Okay. Can Kalina make a perception check?
Yes.
Hello?
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 I
What?
just I asked if Kalina could make a perception check.
I said yes.
Okay.
Oh,
that
we didn't hear it.
Yeah, that didn't come through.
Whatever.
That did not
I
come
said
through.
I said yes.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I said
thank
yes.
you.
Perception check.
All right. Thank you. All right. Perception. All right. Not bad. Total of 13.
All right, so Kalina, what you can hear is basically Kane. He sounds very exasperated and just tired in general,
Mm.
and he is. You hear him asking Avlet, "Why can't you at least pretend to be civil for a few days?"
Oh. Oh, I think I know what this is about.
And then
'Cause,
you hear Abelet
yeah.
saying in response, "Why should I?"
Kalina can put the pieces together in her head. She knows what they're talking about. Because we know who exactly Abelet doesn't want to be civil around.
Yeah.
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 I don't need high wisdom to know that.
Yeah. It's pretty clear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. I
Pigak's
figured
a
it
little
out.
tired. We're gonna give her the
Pigak's
benefit of the
a little
doubt.
tired.
I figured it out.
Yeah.
You
Doesn't
did
want to
it.
It's
be
what
around his
about?
dad.
What are you talking
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That whole situation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Whole situation.
And the whole situation.
This whole situation.
Yeah. Oh boy.
So that's going on.
Yeah, so that's happening. I don't
That's happening.
think Kalina should intervene
Yeah.
because, like, she's not immediate family.
Yeah.
And also, like, Abelet has very valid reasoning to not to want to be civil.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Yeah, so Kalina,
Like,
she
it's
isn't just
understandable.
gonna step in at all. Like, she's just gonna continue
My
her reading.
jurisdiction.
Yeah, not my jurisdiction.
Not my
unfortunately.
jurisdiction.
Not my circus, not my monkeys.
Yep.
Yep.
So yeah, she just continues reading her her book that is definitely not Frankenstein inspired.
That is definitely not
Franken-
Frankenstein.
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 If you've seen Young Frankenstein, you know.
It's a good movie.
No, I haven't.
It's a really
it's
really
a good
old,
movie.
It's a really old black and white movie. I'm an old person who watches black and white movies. It's like a comedy.
Hey, black and white movies are good.
It's like a comedy version of Frankenstein, and it's really good.
Yeah.
Gene Wilder, aka the original Willy Wonka,
Mm-hmm.
as Frankenstein.
Oh,
Victor
that's
Frankenstein. Yeah, good movie. Have to show it to you.
Yeah, it's essentially it's a parody version of Frankenstein.
Yeah, it's good. I'll show it to you someday. But yeah, you're reading Frankenstein.
Oh, thank you, Doctor.
God damn you! I'm the only one who's gonna get those references. I'm
You
old.
suffer.
I'm old.
And you know I'm able to do a good German accent.
Anyway.
Anyway, so.
Oh, is this Anastasius does something?
Anastasius is reading a completely different. Like he's. Okay, how do I word it? It went to like. I kind of want to imagine that. Be put into a singular dial thing. Is there a library of a sort within the manor?
There are like not a specific. There's lots of bookshelves around, but there's no designated library space.
Okay.
There are many bookshelves with different books that used to belong to the previous owners.
Okay. So, Anastasius, I think, would have like grabbed a book that kind of like interest him in a way. That of which being like it's a pirate series that is like kind of very much anti-government.
So that's
With
just
the,
pirates in general.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's how pirates be.
That's how pirates work.
this is the thing.
God damn it.
There's a pirate level of anti-government. Yeah. Listen,
I'm not gonna say anything. Don't even. No. Continue. I'm not gonna say anything.
Keep going.
So yeah, but very quickly, there's a pirate level of anti-government, and then there's this like series of anti-government pirates. Okay, so Anastasius is like reading volume 1 of said series.
Volume 1 of several hundred.
Also, yes, that is definitely the thing I was referencing. Y'all should not be surprised.
Nope. This entire campaign is full of references. That's how we do.
Yeah.
It's how we roll. Alright, that's just me then. That's a funny picture.
That's him the entire time.
It really is. It really is. Okay. Tagok is actually the last one to emerge from the rooms and go downstairs.
Which is, of course, surprising.
And to say the least, she kind of looks like ass. She doesn't look... I was gonna say she doesn't look happy, but like more than her
She never
usual
looks
doesn't look
happy.
happy.
She just kind of has a resting grumpy face.
Yes, more than her usual doesn't look happy.
She looks miserable.
Not having a good time. And she's just gonna go downstairs and silently just grab some breakfast.
Oh.
Poor Tegak.
Does Kalina take notice of how she looks?
Yes. As soon as she comes down, you can just feel it radiating off of her.
Oh no.
More than usual.
Oh. Kalina, when she sees Tegak walk in the room, she and like just like she sees how she looks and how she definitely looks like she is seen better days. She puts her little marker in her book and closes it and just asks, Tegok, are you alright?
Tegak just kind of stands there, plate of food, just kind of grunts and just keeps eating.
Did you not sleep well last night?
To that she offers. She doesn't look at you and doesn't offer much of a response.
Kalina, she like at the lack of a response, she kind of glances over to where, like, is Clement here?
Yes, Clement is.
Yeah, she just kind of glances over to where Clement is, kind of like in a way, just like, what do I do? Help me, help me.
Clement, you can tell he like looks a bit concerned, but more resigned. Like he knows that there's no way that anybody could probably help her sleep, but yeah, he just looks up from his plate and just looks at you.
Hmm. And Kalina, she just kind of sighs and goes back to reading her book for now.
Wow, a very happy morning.
Could probably get. I'm thinking of getting paid to just put her to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, probably. Just like, hey, Kane, can you do us a big favor, buddy? You know what you did with me the other day?
Oh,
Yeah,
a Sandman.
Yeah, could you pull a Sandman and knock Tagok out for a while?
Fucking punches her.
Knocks her upside the head, like slap her in the back of the head. She just passes out, and he catches her.
Yeah.
It's like, there, done.
Hit her in the back of the head. It's nature's snooze button.
It's the snooze button.
Sleepy.
Yeah. I mean, it is the snooze button.
Snooze.
Speaking of Kane,
Yeah.
from the front hall, you can hear Kane sort of stomping back towards the kitchen area. And he says, well, I'm not forcing you to stay here. You can leave anytime you want.
Oh, no.
And then Abelet, who you can hear call from like back in the hall, and he says, you know I'm not gonna do that. Kane has now fully like entered the dining room, and you can see him in response to Abelet just roll his eyes and sit back down.
Oh. Is Zephyrus here right now?
Yes,
Is he at the table?
he is
Oh
at the table.
no.
Of course he
Here's
is.
his son's fighting.
Yay.
And he
Good
knows
morning.
exactly what they're fighting about.
Eat.
Oh no.
Kane kind of leans on one hand and like rubs his temple and gives a bit of a pleading look to his father, like, what do I fucking do?
Like, what do I say, Dad?
Eat.
Oh no.
Zephyrus sets down his cup. He was drinking some tea. And he leans over to Kane and says, well, you can always set up a waystone here at the manor.
You know what now?
Fuck yeah, Waystone.
Hey, what now?
Kane, like, nods and it's like, yes, that would work, and that would solve a lot of the issues.
Kalina just hears Waystone, and like in the back of her mind, it's just like she's nerding out. Just going through all of the information that she knows on Waystones. Because what is she? A nerd.
A nerd.
Nerd.
Well, you're a nerd.
A nerd. Well, what does Kalina know about Waystones?
You know that waystones are basically magically imbued, teleportation devices that are carved into large slabs of stone and allow people on either side of the connected gates to teleport between two places. Not just Diablo, shut up.
So,
Yeah, I know, but still.
But yeah, that's what you know about them. You know that like there are many different like types of waystones, shapes, sizes, configurations.
Yeah.
Some are larger, are like big scale, and like are connected to a bunch of different ones all over the place, and they come to one area. And then some are like smaller between two different places, like up a cliff or something.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Stairs suck.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or not safe to build. But Zephyrus continues and he says, though I don't know if Baraka would be okay with us having a inter-realm stone of that size here on Ceruleus. It would have to be quite big. And Kane just kind of nods and agrees with that. He's like very tired and exasperated, just like, yeah, that's true.
Oh, buddy.
Okay. I'm gonna let you do the thinking, Dad.
You do the thinking.
Does Kalina hear this conversation?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
They're not trying to like keep it super quiet,
Yeah.
but they're not being loud.
Yeah. Kalina, she does look up from her book and says, if you would like, I could get in contact with Baraka and see if we can negotiate that. A waystone, I mean.
Goodness, we wouldn't want to bother her with that. I'm sure we can think of something a little more simple. And he kind of like two index fingers pressed together and like up to his lips. And he's like thinking and tapping. And he says, do you remember how to make the waygates? Similar to waystones, but less bulky. And he like looks at Kane. And Kane just kind of makes a kind of expression. He's like, I don't fucking know.
Oh no.
Maybe? When the test suddenly arrives.
Oh no.
Oh no, I'm being
Like,
tested.
Dad, no.
Dad, don't make me remember how to do that. That was eons ago.
Oh, buddy.
And he just kind of laughs and waves it off, and he's like, you probably don't. You were still very little when we taught that. I can help you set it up, though. Set up a link between your fortress and the manor, so that you can come and go as you please, but Abelet can stay sulking back at home. And he kind of like, looks at Kane like, he just wants to sulk. And Kane's like, yeah, I know, he just wants to sulk.
He's a bit of a drama queen.
He's having his drama moment right now.
Uh-huh.
Fine.
He's having his drama moment.
And Kane nods and he's like, yes, I think that would be good. I don't think he feels secure here. He's always jumpy whenever he hears anything outside. But,
I mean, it would make sense. Because, like, he was so used to being just alone in the desert for so long in the quiet.
Yeah.
And now, boom. City.
He's in
People.
a hustling, bustling manor in a city.
Yeah.
And
so, yeah, that makes sense.
at least in the Deep Realm, it's dark, cold, and fairly quiet, all things considered.
Yeah. Sensory deprivation realm.
Oh, very much so.
But, Zephyrus gets up from the table, patting Kane on his shoulder and says, come, I'll help you set it up. And then they leave.
At least one of them is getting along.
Yes.
Yeah.
As soon as Zephyrus leaves, Freya takes their chair.
But
Yoink.
of course. Hello, Freya.
Yoink.
Yoink.
Kalina just sees this and chuckles.
It's the
Your
warm
chair now,
one.
huh?
Wait, what did you say, Voxy?
Kalina just like chuckles at what Freya does and just says, "It's your chair now, huh?"
Freya doesn't say anything, but they cheeky little grin.
Oh, baby.
Squinty grin.
Oh, it's Big D.
Mm.
Just little baby.
Little babe.
Little bab.
Little bab. Little
Little
cremcher.
Grimcher.
Good hug, cremcher.
Uh-huh.
So, Anastasius, well, although the whole first when the Waystone thing was like brought up, I meant to say this earlier, but one of the Waystones were being brought up, Anastasius says, don't arrest those things. I don't. Because of something I think in his past. I don't know who on that one. I'll come back to that later and think of something actually character relevant.
He just wants to be the hater.
But also, after the whole Waystone thing, when Freya takes over the seat, he does is look up says, it's awful rude of you to steal another person's chair, don't you know? And then goes back to reading.
Because you immediately go back to reading, you don't see the fact that Freya sticks their tongue out at you.
Oh, little baby.
Them's fighting words.
Them's fighting words, boy.
Oh, gremlin. Oh, gremlin baby.
They're gonna stick their tongue at you all you want.
Mm-hmm. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Nothing. He's reading.
Yeah. But, after that, Clement kind of clears his throat and he says, "So, do we know where we're going to be meeting our friend Farron today?"
Is it
Did
coming
we
over?
ever get a response yet?
No, you have not. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning.
Kalina, she thinks for a moment and then just shakes her head. No, not yet. We haven't gotten any sort of reply from Farron yet.
Clement just kind of, and then goes back to drinking his coffee.
I suppose we should get one soon.
Yes, we don't know what his schedule's like and all that.
Yes, of course. Shouldn't be too long.
Yes.
You're probably
And,
find him with a
yeah.
fly bit.
Yes, that would be true. I wouldn't be surprised if he hadn't gotten the letter by now. It was delivered yesterday.
Yeah. If we tell him to meet here in the manor,
Here in the manor might be a bit more secure. I believe I did write something in the letter inviting him here,
yeah.
though I did leave the opportunity for him to suggest another meeting place. If he so wished.
So, after that, after breakfast wraps up, everybody kind of goes about, does their own thing. Currently, Zephyrus and Kane are in one of the side rooms of the manor that's more open and clear,
Ooh.
trying to set up a way gate against one of the open walls.
Ah.
And of
Does
course,
Kalina- sorry, go ahead.
Zephyrus is like, doing his dad thing where he's trying to do it but also teach Kane how to do it at the same time.
Yeah.
Is Kane standing there holding the flashlight?
Equivalent. The equivalent of that, yes.
Yay!
Flashlight.
Pulls out the moonlight greatsword to hold it up like a flashlight.
Lovely.
Getting some
Big
light, father.
flashlight.
Shing!
It's like, oh, we
I
need
got a
some light.
glowy sword.
Pulls out a star.
Yay!
Summons the fucking moon.
Oh god,
Light.
not Hermitcraft 8 again.
Oh god. It's Majora's Mask.
Oh god.
Don't bring down the moon.
But, does Kalina know anything about waygates?
You know that waygates are a more secure version of a waystone. Waystones can be used by anybody who touches it and are usually more public.
Oh,
Waygates are private and can be locked, so to say.
Okay. Bit more high end.
Mm-hmm.
A bit more fancy schmancy.
Yeah.
And just probably more for private use. While
Mhm.
waystones are for probably commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, what would Kalina be doing right now? Oh, I could think of something.
Mm-hmm.
If we're meeting up with Farron today,
Oh, she's gonna doll herself up.
She's gonna doll herself up.
maybe a little bit. A little. Not like overly so.
Oh my god.
But I mean
What?
a little
she has
bit.
a little bit of a crush.
A little bit?
Yeah,
Little
she has
bit.
a crush.
That's better.
Uh-huh.
A little bit.
But yeah, she's dolling herself up a little bit. She's probably like in her room just like debating on which outfit.
Yeah.
What am I gonna
like, no.
wear?
What am I gonna wear? Like, you know, the stereotypical like prep thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh god, which outfit do I wear?
Mm-hmm.
Kalina
And
can
Tigak's
have
over here
her-
like,
her
I wear
little-
the same fucking outfit every day and I'm
I wear
fine.
the same outfit every day.
Tagok's like sitting in the fucking chair in the room.
Because of course, Kalina's like holding the dresses up and be like, which one do you like?
And
Yeah, like,
level
okay,
3
which
exhaustion
one?
Tagok's like, I don't fucking know. You look good in all of them. She's about
Yeah,
to fall
she's just like-
asleep in the chair.
Yeah, she's literally about to fall. That's the way she finally gets to fall asleep. Because Kalina is boring her so much.
she's just sitting there in the chair and she's like, I don't care. They're all fine.
She's like, oh, you're no help.
It's like, ugh.
Mm.
So who would be help then?
Well, you could go find somebody to give you
Hmm.
opinions.
Okay, so Kane's busy. Clement, it would be a bit embarrassing.
Ask
like,
your
"Dad."
parental figure, what do I
Yeah.
wear to, impress the guy that I have a crush on? You what?
You what?
Hmm. I guess that leaves Colbart.
It's always up to
Oh,
Colbart.
it's always
Sad.
Colbart.
But
Why
this is-
me? Why am I always put in these situations?
Because it's for the bit.
It's
But
for the
also-
fucking
It's
bit.
for the bit.
Also to note, Anastasius may not be like the best fashion-wise, but he's also available to help if wanted.
True.
Throwing that out there.
Yeah. I
Star's
guess
off
also
like
just, like,
still
Kalina
asleep
doesn't
though.
trust herself that much to, like, entrust Anastasius with that. Unfortunately.
Fair.
Yeah.
What is Kalina wearing?
Pick some outfits, gal.
Okay, okay,
Or I will.
Pinterest!
I've got it open right now.
Uh,
One's a set, one's a dress, one's a suit. Done.
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, just probably that, yeah.
Do I go with
And
the
she's
nice
still debating.
pantsuit, or do I go
Do I
with
go with
the,
nice
you
pantsuit?
know,
Do I go with
the
dress?
classy but casual dress? I don't know.
He's like, I don't want to seem overly forward. Because, like, she's thinking so much. And
They
she
both
just...
look fine. Just choose one.
And Kalina, okay, so where is Colbart right now? Because Kalina needs to find him.
Hey, Colbert, what you doing, buddy?
He was looking at his notebook looking at the notes, but then he just started doodling. So either
Doodle.
probably in the study.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that can, yeah, because,
Don't they have a
Yeah. A study area connects their two rooms.
shared study?
yeah, shared study. Yeah. But yeah, Kalina, she goes into, the study area to, at first just, like, knock on Colbart's door, but then sees him there. And she's like, oh, Cobalt, good. Could you help me with something?
Sure. What you need?
Whew, Kalina, you could see that she looks a little, embarrassed. And she says, like, she just kind of leans in a little close, just like, alright, so, you promise not to say anything?
Sure.
Kalina just, like, takes a deep breath. Alright. So, okay, there's no other good way to say this. I'm trying to impress Farron. With
Farron.
my outfit of choice today. And you can see her face is bright red. Kick Colbert in the feels, why don't you?
Alright, which outfits are you thinking of?
Well, if you would follow me, ignore Tagok passed out on the couch.
Good, she needs sleep. I could tell from like across the room.
Yeah, she didn't look so
Yeah.
well. But,
She's just angrily laying there.
angrily laying.
Like,
I'm relaxed and I'm mad about
sitting
I'm
there, like,
relaxed and I'm mad
arms
about it.
crossed in, like, the armchair. Neck kind of scrunched up and just eyes closed. Just
it. Yeah.
But she just has that anger face on.
Uh-huh.
She looks like
Eyes closed, but she just looks mad.
she looks like somebody's dad who fell asleep in their chair.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Just like, that just sounds like a dad thing.
The
Yeah,
chair's
Kalina-
probably turned the other way, so she's leaning against the back.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, Kalina, she, goes over to, like, her outfits that she kind of has, like, spread on her bed. It's like, alright, I have these three. I've got more of a suit type situation. Nice pants and some blouse and a classy dress. I don't know. I just don't want to be overly forward. Like, sorry if this is awkward. But by the way,
No, it's fine. What do you want to convey? I guess that's the way to put it. What do you
he's
want?
just like, okay, there's one last chance. There's one last chance for me.
What do you want to convey? Like, do you want to Look, I guess business oriented. Or like casual or like fun or shit like that.
I guess what I want to convey is interest.
Interest. You know what he's interested in?
Kalina, like, you can see the gears kind of turn in her brain. And for a moment, she doesn't even realize, just like, oh shit, he might be gay.
He is fucking making her rethink everything. Mind games. I love that. Colbart with the accidental mind games, or is it not accidental?
You hang out with him before. Do you know what he's like interested in? Like,
fuck, sorry, it's been so long since we've interacted with him.
I will give you some things that you remember, or some notable things from one of the last times you were with him. Specifically the time you were kind of ogling at him. He has devoted himself to Zephyrus.
Oh.
He has his body is covered in tattoos, fully devoting himself.
Well, he is devoted to Zephyrus, actually.
Huh.
So that's an interest I can think of.
all right. Be interested
Not
in
sure how would that
Zephyrus.
apply to what I want to do, though.
Okay, how about symbolism then?
Oh, that would.
What are things that like Zephyrus like has symbolism for? You could probably work with something like that.
All right.
Yeah.
And she goes over to her wardrobe, her closet, or whatever. I don't know, fancy words for where clothes are located.
Wardrobe.
Wardrobe. Her wardrobe.
Wardrobe.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna let you think about what symbolism you think of when you think of Zephyrus. What imagery and aesthetics are kind of invoked?
A bit darker, like like more like purpley and a bit darker, I suppose, but not like edgy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like very soft. And of course, there's like like the hints of gold with what are those? What are those leaf things that he has?
Ginkgo.
Like
he has silver ginkgo leaves though.
Oh, the silver ginkgo leaves.
His are silver.
Okay.
Verbina's are gold.
Okay. Yeah, he has like the silver ginkgo leaves, and he has like like the dark, like the dark blacks and the purples. The ginkgo leaves like with the silver.
Like feathers.
Oh yeah, feathers. Yeah, that too. Thank you, disembodied voice. But yeah, like there's the feathers and whatnot, and of course snakes.
Also, just the color blue.
Oh yeah, that too.
He's a blue bitch.
Yeah, so like like cool tones.
Yeah.
Yeah, like yeah.
Blue. Coming in with the blunt observations. Blue.
Blue.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Why are you blue?
You're like silver, feathers, blah blah blah. Blue.
blue?
It's fucking
Why are
blue.
you blue?
blue.
Why are you blue?
Blue. It's like muffled voice from the couch. Blue.
She's awake, but like barely.
Yeah.
When you're in that weird
She's just
state between.
struggling.
Yeah.
I love that.
Uh-huh. Beautiful.
So yeah. Think of something that you might possibly have in your wardrobe that would kind of work well.
Probably, I can kind of imagine it would be like a bit of like a blouse and pants situation and whatnot, but like I don't know how to describe it. I don't know clothes. I don't know clothes. I don't know things.
Mm-hmm.
But like like still like very like still professional, but also like not.
Yeah. A little bit
Business casual.
more like business slutty.
Business slutty.
Business slutty.
Oh,
But still, it's like only slutty when you like think about it real hard.
Yeah.
I I just thought of like an outfit for Anastasius for this meeting. Like if we're all doing different outfits for this.
You
of
don't
course.
have to. Kalina's just dramatic and also fucking in love with him.
Tegak's not
It's
putting
only, that's
any
just a
effort in.
Kalina thing. That's just a Kalina thing.
Yeah.
Tegak is wearing the same fucking outfit.
Okay. So
She probably went to sleep in it.
oh, probably. So here's what I'm thinking for Anastasius. So like like for medieval times at the very least. Loose yet loose like dress pants, and so a blue and green shirt, some nice shoes, and what I'll call, and he parts his like tentacled hairs in two, and has what I'll call like Princess Leia hair, in a way of like
What?
one bone on one side, one bone on the other.
Space
Two
bun?
buns? The space buns? I love that.
Like his signature messy bun is still visible, but like Princess
It's
Leia
just two
buns.
space buns. It's two messy space buns. I love it.
So yeah, that's kind of what I'm gonna have Anastasius have.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, okay.
Okay. But yeah. Kalina, you sort of pick out the garments from your wardrobe and hold them up, turning around to Colbart expectedly, like, is this good?
Yeah.
No, what you have?
Kalina, describe.
Sorry, what my brain out
You
my
said
brain.
you wanted a pants and blouse. Describe them.
Well, it's like it has like the black and the purple. It's like a bit of like a more of like a darker purple, I suppose,
Mm-hmm.
than her usual one, which is like a bit more, which is a bit of a lighter one, like a bit of a lighter purple. But it has like maybe like a silver accents in there, and maybe shows a bit of boob, but not like too much.
Yeah.
Like just the right touch of slut.
Mm-hmm. All right. Yeah, that seems good.
Kalbar just imagining it of Kalina like just like, oh pretty. Yeah, that's good. I just realized something. Kalina might suspect that Colbert is actually gay because of the whole thing with Jade.
And with Sharon.
Uh-huh.
She
Oh no.
and she also doesn't remember being asked
Mhm,
by him at the party.
mhm. Yeah, she does.
So
Oh
sober
no.
Kalina just thinks he's gay.
Mhm.
Oh,
Oh
Oh,
no.
poor Colbert.
Colbert cannot get a break with
Poor sweet baby
Kalina.
boy.
Oh, poor fish man.
You sweet baby angel.
Oh, you little angel fish.
Oh, angel fish.
Angelfish? That is really cute. Oh my god.
angel
Oh,
fish.
That
angel
is so cute.
fish.
Angel fish.
Kalbar is just gonna ask. So, do you know what else he's interested in?
Um. Hmm. Oh, disembodied voice from far above. Help.
No. I can't help you. I'm sorry.
That's
I'd-
not you.
I don't think there's anything else that you would know.
But yeah, Kalina, she shakes her head. Not that I can think of right now. No.
All right. Well, I know he's definitely but with the whole alchemy stuff and finding the potions and all that, definitely interested in that science.
Yes.
I could talk to him about that.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to him about that. I think that's what we're talking about.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, you give me
Yes,
some notes about it. So
Yeah.
But yes, thank you, Colbot. I
no
appreciate
problem. No problem. I'm gonna get out of holes I slept in myself.
it. Yeah, I might want to
And-
freshen up a little bit.
Yeah. And he stands up and he's gonna go to his room.
Now Colbart's gonna wear a better outfit to be more
Ooh.
impressive.
Oh,
Actually, I do have an idea.
oh no.
I was on the nose, wasn't I?
Oh no. It's like, so Kalina's interested in Farron, huh?
Show her up.
I'm going to turn
Darling.
into my bird form, and then I'm gonna do some preening and get some really pretty feathers, and I'm gonna make a little necklace out of that.
Oh, that's cute.
I was thinking of like, I was honestly thinking of like, what if he can use his feathers for shit?
It's
That's like that.
adorable.
There you go. I have an excuse now.
Yeah. That's cute.
Try to one up Kalina.
Yeah. He's gonna go to Zephyrus and ask, "Hey, can I have one of your old feathers?"
He pauses what he's doing with the waygate, and you see Kane kind of turn, and he like looks between the two of you like, what?
What? Huh?
And
What?
Oh,
Zephyrus just kind of blinks confused, and then you see him like sort of put his arms
Lord,
up
it's-
like T-Rex ish style, and then he like sort of shakes his arms out, and a couple feathers fall from like from his like sleeve thing.
Oh,
Nice.
I love
Nice.
that.
Yeah. Kobar goes over and in one of his hands he has like a bunch of his feathers and string and some beads. He's doing some arts and craft shit. It's like, thank you so much. Grab it and then go back to
It's
the
like,
group.
it's like, thanks, Zephyrus. Bye.
Pretty much.
Zephyrus just kind of
And then
Thanks,
both of them
bestie.
shakes his
so
head like, "Oh,
cute.
what is up with that child? So
What
strange.
what is he doing? What
There's
is
a lot
the
of
little
things
fish
going
man
What's
on.
he
doing?
doing over there? What are you doing over there?
What the fish doing?
What the
What the
fish
fish doing?
But yeah, Colbert, you're making yourself a little feather necklace. How
Yep.
fun! How fancy!
And yeah, basically what he's gonna be wearing is just some nice pants, but his shirt isn't gonna be anything fancy. If anything, it's gonna be like one of his little tank tops. Like a nice looking kind of tank top thing. He wants to show off his arms, his
Mhm.
pretty scales,
Yeah,
and he's gonna be wearing the feather necklace.
yeah.
So he has like a very pretty, well made, just made a feather and bead necklace, showing off his scales, and yeah, that's basically what he's doing.
I agree, Taegak.
Take
Show
out
off what you
angry
got.
and tired.
Bubby.
She is
Take out
angry
so
and
angry.
tired. She's just grumpy and tired. Just,
Just a little baby.
Oh my goodness.
I had to
Little
find the perfect
baby.
one.
Amazing.
Once everybody is kind of done freshening up, it's about noon, and everybody's kind of like starting to meander back down to the main floor. And Zephyrus and Kane are still working on the Waygate.
Like
Oh god, like I just realized that once Farron actually gets here, like he might see Kane, but also Zephyrus. I mean, sure, Zephyrus is technically in disguise still, but still.
Surprise!
It's
Also,
Surprise,
Abelet
What did
shoddy.
yourself
somewhere.
do?
Abelet is
Also,
somewhere,
Abelet is somewhere.
sulking around.
Yeah, he's somewhere.
I feel that.
Yeah. But Kane leaves his father's side for a moment to come and wrangle everybody up.
Hmm?
Not saying what he needs you all for, but just saying it won't take long, just come here.
all right.
Pretty soon you're all gathered around the spot on the wall that they've designated for the Waygate. It is basically a large arch that they have constructed out of glyphs. And in the center there looks to be like a bit of a control pad
Oh.
that is
Ooh.
a piece of stone that they have fixated to the wall, and it also has some glyphs on it and an indent for a handprint.
Oh.
And Zephyrus, when you walk up, he had his hand on it, and you could see the glowing from underneath of it, and he takes his hand off after a little bit. And then he turns to the group and says, "All right, to make the Waygate more personalized, anybody who wants to travel between here and the fortress, you need to program your handprint into the glyph.
Oh.
And then he, gestures to it. So,
Alright.
anybody who wants to travel back and forth between the Deep Realm, put your fingerprint into the iPhone.
Yay!
I am not missing the words. I am not missing this opportunity. I'm definitely doing it. Even if I never actually do it, I'm definitely having access to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Anastasia's while rolling his eyes, he puts his thumbprint on.
I'm gonna do mine as well, simply because Kalina's most likely going to, and I will go with
Yeah.
her.
Yeah.
And Kalina is also gonna do it. Because last time she teleported to the Deep Realm.
It was kind of rough.
It's a little bit rough, so this would be very handy.
Mm-hmm.
A bit healthier.
Yeah.
Once all of you are done programming your handprint into the glyph, you hear somebody enter the room from behind, or two people rather. It is Abelet and Vidya. Abelet is standing there, his arms are crossed, and he says, "Is it done now?"
Cool.
Kane sighs and he says, "Yes, it's done now." Abelet starts walking towards the gate and he says, "Good. Let's get going then." And he kind of pushes Kane a little bit towards the way gate
Oh.
and waits for him to go through it first. Kane puts his hand up to it, and in the arch of glyphs and around where the stone is, you see a swirling portal of light begin to manifest.
Ooh.
And once it fully reaches the edge glyphs, the tablet in the middle disappears for a moment, and Kane passes through. After he passes through, the tablet is back. Vidya puts his hand up, passes through. Abelet puts his hand up and also passes through.
Is Nyoka staying?
Nyoka, he looks tired, but then he, has a moment of realization, oh, yeah. And then he walks in after all of them.
Buddy.
Oh,
Gotta go back with Dad. We can't leave him alone. Chatu would be super pissed if he left him alone.
eek.
Before he enters, though, he says, "Don't worry, we'll be back soon, probably."
Alright. Well, we know where to find you.
Yeah. The portal then slowly closes up, leaving just the glyphs and the stone tablet on the wall. That just leaves Zephyrus, who is standing next to the waygate, and he smiles, and he says, "Have you heard anything from that boy that was going to be coming here, Pharaon?"
No, not quite that. We should hopefully get a response soon.
He kind of flicks his tongue on the top of his throat and says, well, I'll handle it. And
Kalina just blinks. Pardon?
he doesn't say anything. He just he heads towards the front door of the manor.
Oh no, I think we know what he's doing. Oh no.
Do you know what he's doing?
Well, I think I know he has some fucking leverage over Farron.
A little.
Kalina, like, she just thinks, the gears are turning in her brain. It's just like, oh.
He heads outside, and you're kind of just standing there in like the lounge area, and Freya, who's chillin', they sort of like their antennas perk up, and they sort of like whip their head around like they just heard something. And, like, you know, their eyes are all big and everything, and they're like, huh? What was that?
Did you hear something, Freya?
Yeah. A whistle.
Oh?
So dogs can hear.
Got it, you fuck off.
Basically what it is.
They're on you, dog. Woo!
Oh my god.
Not long after that, if Zephyrus comes back in through the front door. And, when he sees you all, he kind of smiles like, you know, like, don't worry, everything's fine.
And Kalina, she just blinks and nods a little bit. So she is pacing now a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe occasionally like looking in a mirror just to make sure that her makeup's all good and
Oh, gosh.
her hair is all right.
Place with her hair a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if like Clement recognizes this behavior, just like, oh no,
Oh,
not again.
that's what's going on. And Tigak's just sitting in a chair.
It's like, yeah, what about her behavior? What does she mean?
This is fucking hell.
Tired, grumpy, and ace.
Yep,
Yeah.
tired, grumpy, and ace.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much.
So, you're waiting there in the lounge for Kalina, what feels like forever.
Yeah.
'Cause she's anxious, but in reality, it's more like maybe 10 minutes. Not even that, probably. And, you hear a knock at the front door.
Kalina, she just like stops in her tracks. From her pacing and worrying. She doesn't do anything though. She just kind of stands there, just like, huh? What?
Mr. Santiago, opens the door and greets the person. And you hear him say, hello there. do you have any business with the council? And you all hear a bit of a, like, frantic, not really frantic, like somebody who just sprinted here voice. And he's like, yes, I do. They sent a letter yesterday. And Mrs. Santiago says, oh, lovely. Well, come on in then. And then you see Farron step in. He looks a bit disheveled.
Oh no.
And
Oh no.
he doesn't even have on his full ensemble coat and everything.
Oh, no.
He's only wearing his underclothes, like his shirt,
Oh,
pants,
Did he
and
just
boots.
get out of bed?
Oh.
It would seem so because, well, his shirt is hastily tucked into his pants. One of the tails is sticking out.
Oh no.
And his hair looks a little messy. More messy than usual.
Oh no.
And
He's having a rough day.
he's definitely breathing a little harder.
Oh dear.
And he hears Kalina all dressed up and he's like, hi.
I just fucking ran. Shit.
Kalina, she sees him and smiles. Aaron, there you are.
He smiles in between heavy breathing and he says, Kalina, I'm sorry for being so late today, but I heard the call.
Cool.
Yes, the call. The call of death.
Kalina, she blinks and briefly glances over to where Zephyr says, and it clicks. It's like, I see. Well, it's good you're here. It's always good to see you.
Always good to see you too. But we do have much to discuss, don't we?
Yes, quite. Here, come. And she kind of guides him along
Up
to
to
where,
the meeting room, probably.
up to the meeting room.
Woo.
Would you like anything to drink? Maybe water? Maybe some snacks as well? You seem a bit tired.
I think I'm all right for now. After that little jog, I don't think I can eat anything quite yet. But again, I'd like to apologize for being late and also not hearing anything from me. The work at the lab has been a bit hard lately, and I slept in. So,
Well, you've been working hard, so I don't blame you. You're doing important work.
speaking of that important work, and he pulls out a bunch of papers that are kind of grouped together, tied up in a stack. And he's like, I have very exciting news. The most
Oh.
exciting is that we have run our first trial of the elixir.
Oh?
Oh.
Yay.
He nods and he says, "We've just concluded our first live trial run in the lab. The subject was a harpy fledgling that was brought to us by its clan. It was successful. Mr. Rainbow says that the speed at which we created the elixir has far surpassed his first predictions, with only successes so far." And when he says that, he looks a little proud.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Now, of course, since this is just the first trial run, we are going to be waiting a little while to see if the fledgling has any negative side effects in the coming weeks or month.
All right, makes sense. Want to cover all of your bases.
And then he sort of rifles through the papers and he has like some sketches and things about the harpies,
Ooh.
because apparently he was pretty interested in the harpies when they came. And he's like, "Ooh." He says, the harpies, the clan, currently they are taken roost at the stern of the ship. They've made a nest for themselves. And, well, they're temporary citizens on the ship for now, with Baraka's approval, of course. And
Alright.
we'll be doing weekly checkups on the little one, so if you all are free on that day at any point and you'd wish to join us, you're more than welcome to.
All right.
That'd be so cool.
But I do have a few warnings about some of the harpies.
Yes.
So, I would suggest, of course, highly, that you cover your chests if you have your chest cavity open. There are multiple different species of the harpies within the clan, and one of them, the Grigori, they may be tempted to snatch your heart out of your chest, as it's what they feed on.
Oh.
While it is gruesome and terrifying, it's simply just in their nature. No ill will against us, just what they are like.
All right then, noted.
So, Anastasius just opens his eyes wide, looks down, and just outright says, "Well, thank the gods I closed mine up then. Outside of health concerns." Hey,
And my other warning is there's a flightless species of the harpies that there are a few of them in the clan. They're called Black Reapers. They are pretty easily recognizable. They're all black. They are significantly less feathered than some of their other counterparts, and they are completely flightless. So, do not look them directly in the eye when first approaching. They will signal when it is appropriate for you to make eye contact with them. They do it when they bob their heads and chirp at you in a high pitch.
Alright.
Killian is writing this all down.
This is so cool. I love this.
And then Baron says, hopefully the results will be good in the coming weeks, and then we can finally move on to, well, Miss Rainbow's true intention of helping his granddaughter.
Of course.
Do you all have any questions for me?
Not that I can think of right now. Ooh. Dang, Eros, where did you find all these?
Yeah, just
Yeah.
Of course, it's Pinterest.
yeah, I was just looking at that
Ooh,
stuff.
tennis
And
time.
tennis time.
Tennis time.
Oh, dear.
Amazing.
So different species of harpies,
That is so cool.
and uh, if you have kind of been paying attention to some of the imagery of certain things, the Reapers, the fact that
Mhm.
these black harpies collect the souls of humans after they die, and the fact that currently Zephyrus is clad in black feather is not a coincidence.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh, I
okay.
finished something. Ta-da.
Nice.
Cool.
Alright, it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be fun hanging out with harpies.
Woo!
So, uh, do y'all have any questions for Farron?
Nope.
Nope.
Elena does, but not
Oh,
related
great.
to
I think
this.
so, no. I
Great.
think this is. Now, Cobart will say it's gonna be so cool to actually see harpies. I've never actually seen any of them before. Only heard about them.
Oh, they're very interesting creatures. They are insanely intelligent. They have their own social hierarchy, and for what some people would consider more instinctual beings, they are more like us than you'd think.
That's always fun to learn.
This is going to be very interesting.
Yeah.
It really is.
Excites.
Woo!
Baron kind of leans back in his seat and stretches a little bit. And he says, "So, how have things been going with all of you and your side of the mission?"
So far they've been going, quite well for the most part.
Yep.
That's good to
A
hear.
few of us got some. Yeah, a few of us got some callus.
Really? It's very
Yeah.
exciting to hear.
Yeah. Obviously, Takeout got the fire one.
Oh, of course.
Kalina got the earth one. She get the crystals and stuff.
Oh.
Yes, from Ash.
Mhm.
You might be
And
able to
I-
see
Yes.
on my head, actually.
Yes, the
there's
ones in
some
your
new
hairline.
additions. Yes.
And forgive me for looking, but I do see that you have some on your chest as well.
Oh, yes. Kalina, you could just see your face just go a little bit red.
She was looking at my boobs.
Yes, good call on the shirt.
Yeah. And I can turn into a bird now.
Oh. How very interesting.
This necklace I have, I actually use some my own feathers.
Oh. They're very vibrant.
I take it off and I kind of like give it to him so he can look at it.
Yeah. He looks at the feathers and, you know, strokes them a little bit, feeling them. And he looks at the bigger ones, the black ones that are on the necklace, and he says,
Mm.
"Are these also from you?"
Nope, those are not.
Oh.
That's someone else here that has some feathers, so.
He kind of like pondering moment.
It's like,
Pondering. And he just kind of hums.
Hmm?
But he sort of smiles at all of you and says, "Well, it seems that you all have had a exciting few weeks that I have not seen you. However long it's been. Almost
it
a
has
month,
been.
probably."
Somewhat, give or take. It has been quite a while, but
Yes.
Yeah.
it is great to see you again.
I mean, last time I saw you, you were still at the inn. Now you've got this whole big manor to yourself.
Yes, I suppose.
And then he kind of like leans in. He's like, "You wouldn't happen to have a spare room, would you?"
Oh,
Oh.
I think we do actually.
Now that
How many spare rooms do we have?
now that the gods have left, there's a significant amount of openings. Pretty much
Yeah.
all of the spare rooms are open now.
Alright. Kovar is just gonna casually say that, well, since the gods are gone now, we have quite a few spare rooms.
He kind of like looks. He just like side eye, and he's like,
Oh my god.
"What do you mean, gods? Who do you keep in your company while I'm not here, or around, rather?"
Kalina just looks at Colbert, just like, Colbert, you'll break his brain if
it'll break his brain.
I suppose y'all are moving up in the world, so it's only natural that you have some very powerful allies on your side.
yes. We do, I suppose. Definitely have some friends in high places, that's for sure.
Very much. It's quite fun. Let's just say, it's quite fun.
Oh, how so?
There's a lot of craziness happening. Like, for example, I can turn into a bird now.
Yes, that is rather interesting, a development.
Yeah.
One day you're not, and the next day you are a bird. And you can do that at any time.
Mm-hmm.
And since you said you all got catalyst, I'm assuming that the bird form you're referring to is a stormhawk, correct?
You're right. That was more of an osprey. Since,
Yes.
I don't know. Just
Well,
worked out that way.
the Stormhawks are kind of just a formal name. I don't think all of them are
True.
hawks. I think most of them are just different types of birds of prey.
That's true.
The original Stormhawk is a hawk, I believe. That's where the name comes from.
I actually met them. We met them, right?
Yes, you met a
Yes.
few, I suppose. I believe.
Yeah. You met the original
say it was-
Stormhawk.
Yeah, we met the OG before.
Oh. It's very lucky. And Farron
That
just
day
seems...
was.
Farron is just really tired. He can't come up with big words. Much
That
like
day
myself.
was something.
Hmm.
Kalina, she notices that Farron is a little tired and just says, Do you need to head back? You do seem quite exhausted.
Ah, no.
As much as I don't want to cut this meeting short.
I have the day off, which is why I ended up sleeping in.
Oh.
We're taking a lot more breaks now that, we've done the trial run, and we're mostly just keeping an eye on what we have in the lab and making sure that the fledgling is doing alright, making sure the Hoppies, you know, okay out there, and that nobody bothers them.
Yeah. Well, you definitely need more breaks.
Agreed.
Yes, you could say that.
Yeah.
As far as we know, you've been working basically non-stop.
Mm-hmm.
He nods, and he says, yes, I haven't had much of a moment to myself. And I apologize about flaking on that, outing we were supposed to have, Kalina.
Yes, well, we do have 2 more days until our next stop that we need to go to, so if you are available then, I would absolutely love to.
I think that's a grand plan.
Kalina in her brain is just like, yes! Meanwhile, Colbert is like, no!
I do look at Kalina and say, oh, hold on, what do you have? Do you think it would be a good idea for Farron to actually come stay here?
Well, if you would like to, I wouldn't entirely be opposed.
Me either.
That is up to him, though.
I was the one who made the suggestion, even if it was a little bit in jest, but if you are kind enough to open your doors to me, who am I to turn you down?
Yeah.
Alright. Sounds wonderful.
I suppose since I have the day off, I should start moving. And he just sort of shrugs, like, gotta move in, I guess.
Well, if you need any assistance, we'd be happy to help.
Thank you. I don't have all too much, so I don't want to tire you all out. I'm sure you all taking a bit of a break yourselves from all the
Yes, a bit.
hustle and bustle.
Oh, you would
Yes.
not believe what we've been through.
You might have to
You
tell me
missed
some more.
out, buddy.
You
You
might
missed out, let's just say.
He's
Well,
missed out on like just the past 2 days.
Exactly.
2 days.
well, you'll have to fill me in then.
Oh, of course.
He then he gets up and he's like, well, I'm gonna start packing all my stuff up. It's kind of a mess right now. If anybody wants to go with him back to the inn to help him pack up his things and bring them over,
I'll do it.
you can do it.
Of course, Kalina is.
Yeah.
She doesn't care. She's just all fancy. She's gonna do it. It's like, yes,
I'm
I
gonna
got
go
it,
simply.
babe.
I'm going simply because Kalina is.
Dragging her
No, you
feet
should
on
be
the ground.
sleeping. Go to bed.
The bed.
No,
bed.
I'm gonna fucking follow.
Yeah.
Pick one of the horses, then I have just ride on that.
Yeah, right on the back
good
of
walk.
Grape.
Grape.
Ride on
Grape,
grape. Grape.
Grape.
Great.
Grape.
Drunk driving
Fix
and
everything.
on horseback doesn't exist because the horse isn't drunk.
Exactly.
100%.
Unless you feed it too many grapes.
Yeah, fermented apples. Said.
Honest. So, very sorry for interjecting. Anastasius thinks about it, and then he. Okay. So we're in. Because I malfunction for a moment. We're in the deep realm, yeah?
No, you're not in the
Nope.
deep realm.
We are in the manor,
Okay.
There's a portal set up to the deep realm.
but that's about it.
But yeah.
Anastasius does end up helping with the packing order thing.
The party is just gonna help this man move in.
Yay.
Apparently.
Yeah. You don't even know him, Anastasius.
Yeah,
You've
Anastasius
never
doesn't
met
even
this
know
man.
him, but he's gonna be there.
You've never met this man before in your life. But
Anastasius
shit.
sorry. Anastasius is gonna help him.
Mm-hmm.
Because he has nothing better to do.
Valid. But yeah.
Hey, Tumblr sometimes.
All of you head over to the inn to help Pharaon pack up his things. And like he said, it's a bit of a mess. His clothes are just kind of strewn in places, put into piles of like semi-dirty, clean, dirty.
Oh.
I feel that.
Bed's not made.
I feel
And
that.
papers are kind of just everywhere on the desk.
So literally my room
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Papers everywhere. Bed not made.
Tigak's just like standing by the window, and that's it.
Yeah. You can see that, like,
Fucking statue mode.
it definitely looks like he fucking tumbled out of bed. Because, like, his
Oh,
sheets
no.
are on, like, halfway on the ground.
Oh no. He hears the
Man
call, and he's
raced
like,
over.
Oh, shit.
And he kind of, like, rubs the back of his head and he's like, yeah, it's in a bit of a worse state than it usually is. Especially with the sheets. Took a tumble getting out of bed earlier.
Oh dear.
It's not often you hear a call like that.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Theron then kind of like pauses and he's like, you can tell he's like thinking of how to ask
Oh.
this question. He's like, so, where is he?
He'll introduce yourself if he wants to. But He's near, I guess.
Okay. I'm assuming he is staying at the manor as well?
Yes. Yes, he is.
Just wanted to confirm that I wasn't going crazy.
No, you aren't.
So,
Whistle of death. Fucking.
But you help Farron pack up his clothes, all of his research papers that he has at the desk, and everything into his trunk, and then, like, stuff he's carrying in a bag. And all of it packs down quite small. It's just the side bag with all the frickin' papers in it, and then the trunk,
Ah.
Mhm.
which is fairly heavy. Gotta be dragged.
Yeah.
I don't think there's anything I could carry in like bird form and like take multiple trips as they are taking one trip.
I think the only real thing you could carry is that bag. I don't know if you can really help drag the trunk in your bird form, buddy.
Yeah, if it's just the bag, then I'll say I'll take the bag.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right. And he hands it over to you.
Right? And I'm gonna wait till we go outside, and I'm gonna turn into a bird and just carry it off.
Ooh.
It's like, look what I can do.
Yep. Yeah. I go outside and I just lay the bag on the floor. And then poof, bird.
Poof, bird.
Oof.
Poof.
Oof.
Pretty soon, all of you make it back to the manor. But now
Ooh.
comes the horrible thing of you've got to get the trunk up the stairs.
Ooh.
It was fine dragging it down the stairs of the inn, but getting it up the stairs? Ah, shit.
you want to? I kind of want to make a strength check to see if Anastasius is able to pick it up enough or for long enough to get it up the stairs.
Alright. Alright, Anastasius, roll strength.
Oh, here we go.
Let's hope you got it, buddy.
How does an 18 sound?
An 18 sounds pretty good.
Sounds
So-
pretty sick to me.
Big, large man.
Anastasius,
He has big grip.
compared to everybody else, the trunk is pretty heavy, pretty big. But to you, it just seems normal, manageable. So you, just pick it up by its one handle and carry it up the stairs. And then place it down at the top with a thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up! Wait, that's cool.
Instead of doing the thumbs up, he does the surfer groove man thing sign
Groovy.
with a
Oh my god.
Cowabunga, dude.
with the biggest dumbest smile on his face.
Crunch. Cowabunga, dude. But, yeah. You all then help Farron get everything into one of the spare rooms.
Yeah.
Which room do you guys want to put him in?
I don't know.
I could pick one, either one with the balcony or one without. Or whatever.
Well,
Whatever rooms we have that are available.
I'll say, of the people who were in the spare rooms, pick which room that they were in you want to put him in. So, like, The one Yoka was in? The one Abelet was in? Or the one Kane was in?
Abelet would not be here anytime soon.
Yeah, he won't be here
True.
anytime soon, so Abelet it is.
Alright. So,
That makes sense.
you open up the doors to the room that Abelet had been in. And, how's everybody's perception with scent?
Scent?
I don't know.
Would it just
I
be like passive perception?
Yeah. What's everybody's passive perception?
passive.
Would I have to like roll twice for mine?
No, if it's passive perception, there you don't roll. It's passive. It's on
Yeah.
the side.
Yeah.
Alright.
Passive wisdom / perception. I got 10.
Alright.
Passive wisdom, or perception. I got 17.
15.
15.
Alright. So Kalina, you're the only one that's kind of gets this, but when you enter the room, you catch a very distinct smell, and it
Oh no, I think I.
Of men or snake?
Oh. Ah.
I just said something.
Kalina, she smells this, and she immediately stops and just says, "I think before we move you in, we should have the maids change the sheets real quick. They haven't been washed since the last time anyone slept in here."
Theron kind of like does the like eyebrow raise and it seems he has caught a whiff of that too.
Yeah.
God.
Abelet's a whore.
Two gay
Oh.
men together in a room.
All
You
need to
don't.
know,
You
Jade,
don't
is
want to
that
know,
Abelet
Jade.
is a whore.
You
Don't
don't
all you
want to
need
know,
to
Jade.
Well, I knew that.
Yeah, you don't need to know. It's okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some
Got
ac-
your Oreos.
Some activities leave a lingering
And
scent.
Jesus.
Oreos and Cheez-Its.
Oreos and Cheez-Its.
That's all she needs.
Nice.
Elite combo.
But yeah, Kalina, she is there like any like maids nearby or whatnot?
Out in the hallway, like at the opposite end of the hallway, you can see a small pod of 3 of the like housemaids that are doing like daily rounds to see if anybody's taking a bath and like needs towels switched out.
Okay. Alright, so Kalina just kinda starts going towards them and just says, "Excuse me, could we have the sheets and everything washed in this room, please?"
Oh.
As she points over to the room that everyone's nearby.
Oh, of course.
Alright, thank you. We're just having someone new move in, and we would rather have them cleaned before he settles in.
Of course. And they like they do a little curtsy to you, and then they scamper off to the room to start cleaning it.
For me, hopefully they recognize. It's like, oh, that's why she wanted him changed.
Ooh.
Good
Wait.
for Abelet. Just the gossip among the maids, just like, that was Abelet's room.
Oh my. Oh
So
my.
Vidya? So him and Vidya?
Kane was just happy it wasn't in his fucking bed in the pillow pile.
Oh no. Oh no! Oh, please tell me that hasn't happened before. Oh no! No! Oh no! Oh, poor Kane. His pillow pile's been tainted.
Maybe that's why you had an allergic reaction. Oh, no.
Oh my god!
I'm not saying that that's actually why. I just wanted to
Oh
say
my!
that.
Horrible! Horrible!
I'm a horrible person.
Disgusting! Horrible!
Nasty.
Horrible! Disgusting! But yeah. Also, Caleb did have to
Yeah.
leave for a sec,
Mhm.
but yeah, he should be back. Speak of the devil, he's back.
Woo! The cat has returned.
The cat has returned from the litter box.
For context,
Got
I'm in the
him.
bathroom. Why must my friends make fun of me? Okay, what's happening? What?
We're cleaning Abelet's old room because apparently it smells.
Gross.
It smells of something.
Gross.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even want to touch it. No, I'm not stepping foot in there.
And then I made some various horrible jokes,
No.
including Kane's happy that it's not in the pillow pile, and
Gross.
maybe that's why you had an allergic reaction, Kalina.
Ah, no!
God.
No!
Horrible.
No!
Horrible.
I'm just gonna say, maybe we should have you move into another room.
Mhm.
Well, I mean, like, Kalina, she did request to have all the sheets
It's gonna get
changed.
clean, but let's just move you to another room anyways.
Yeah.
Maybe Nyoka's.
Mm-hmm.
That one should be good.
He's just one little dude. Just
He's
chilling.
just one little guy. Little guy. Little archer with big bow and big glasses.
Big glimpses. Yeah. But, you take him across the hall to the room Yoko was in, and it's clean.
Yay! Everything smells fine.
Yoka's not gross.
Yeah.
Poor Caleb. He's fucking traumatized.
Yeah, very much so. So, Anastasia just looks at. I don't know if we went past this. If we have, sorry, but looks at the room just as nasty bug as they are, and then
Nasty.
Y'all nasty.
Y'all nasty.
Dagak's just standing, like, not even processing what the conversation is happening.
and then he tries to go somewhere to where the scent is not in his nostrils.
He's just gonna go to his room, just like,
I'm
you know
just-
what? I'm gonna just go.
I'm gonna go wash my face. Don't know why, I just feel like I need to. But, fucking, yeah.
Guys, I have to share this. It's completely out of context, but I have to share this.
Oh no.
So my browser, Opera GX, has a it has mods. So basically, like it adds things. So like you have like different wallpaper, different themes, different
Yeah.
sounds.
Mm-hmm.
There's one that is just called meow, and
Yeah.
it makes keyboard sounds as meows. When I type, it's just meows. Oh
Meow, meow,
my
meow, meow.
god!
God.
I love it. I love it.
I just had to share that
Iconic.
because
Iconic.
okay,
Immaculate. Outstanding.
It's beautiful.
Fantabulous.
Love this so much. Ooh, there's one more.
Splendiferous.
But I guess we just get Farron settled into his room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Farron, upon like, settling into the room, he sits on the bed and like whistles, like whew. He's like, this whole place that y'all now have, it's pretty nice.
Yes, it is really nice.
Berica must really like you all.
Well, maybe. Maybe a little. She doesn't like to admit it, though.
Definitely not.
Stubborn old bird.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
She's got a soft spot, I can tell.
Oh, definitely. She definitely does. If she didn't, we wouldn't be here.
That is true.
Yep.
I actually think that this whole city, this whole ship is basically kind of like it is her house and we're just guests and we like to be respectful and all that shit.
That's a good way to think about it.
And if it's anything my mom taught me is to be goddamn respectful.
He nods in agreement. Like, yeah. Be respectful.
Yeah.
But currently he's
little
just
mini
kind of like laying back on the bed a little bit. Like one leg kind of like flopped over the edge.
Yeah.
He's a little bit slutty about it,
Yeah.
His low cut shirt. Titties out.
I mean, Kalina's not complaining.
Yeah. I think it's mostly just Kalina and Colbart.
Mostly just Kalina.
Staring. I am looking disrespectfully.
Oh my god.
And Kalina is the eyes emoji.
Yeah.
So-
Oh my god, where?
If both Kalina and Farron are on the bed, then Colbart is. Oh my gosh. It's just like, yes.
Both at the same time.
Both!
Both of them. Both of these.
Oh my god. Then we throw in Jade. Not you, Jade.
The
Yeah,
other Jade.
the other one.
The other Jade, and then it's
The
complete.
in-game one.
Hey, God.
The man.
Yes.
Oh.
There's a man called Jade.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Ben
Oh yeah, Ben
hasn't met Jade yet.
know.
Yeah.
He's a completely different character.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a character based off.
Yeah,
of
he
the
is not me.
other name.
Yeah.
Fart pack.
Where's the fart pack? Fine, I'll get it.
At least to test it out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
at least for
There's so many
science
good stuff in
reasons.
here. Like, there's so many good stuff in here. There's even a few Discord stuff where I
Yeah.
could have the entire like everything be like Discord GX Classic or Discord Pastel, or I have the Discord a mob a web modding, which basically turns everything dark mode, but it actually works like properly and it's good.
Nice.
Mm.
Sweat.
It's just browser noises, so I think every time I open and close the fucking the tab, it's just a fart noise.
Oh my god.
That's your own damn fault.
On my...
You did it for the
Oh my
science.
God.
You did
You
this.
did it
You
for
did it for
science.
science.
You did it for the memes.
Oh God Almighty.
Anyway,
Let us continue.
I think Kalina, she is just gonna kind of sit down on the bed, kind of next to Farron, but like a decent amount of space between them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's just gonna say, so where are you thinking of us going?
He kind of hums a little bit and his eyes are closed and he says, well, depending on what time you'd like to go, we could go out to one of the restaurants in the shopping district, or maybe we could just go drinking together at one of the bars. As long as you promise not to go too hard like last time.
Oh, don't remind me. Well, dinner sounds quite nice. If you're alright with that.
He smiles and says, right then, I'll pick out a place, and I suppose whether you want to do it tonight or tomorrow night or whenever, before you
I'm
all
fine with
leave,
whenever.
I'll knock on your door, pick you up and take you.
Alright. It's out of character. Is it tonight?
Like, you can just tell him, like, if you want it to be tonight or if you want it to be tomorrow night.
Kalina, she's gonna think for a minute and say, well, today is your day off, so I think you should rest, but tomorrow, absolutely.
He's still kind of like laying eyes closed, but he smiles. And without even opening his eyes, he like reaches over and he grabs your hand.
Aww. Yeah, Kalina, she holds his hand and just kind of squeezes it, and she does also lay down on the bed. Mind if I stay here a while?
I have no objections.
Tigak's just still standing by the
Oh yeah,
window.
Tigak's still there.
She's so
He's
quiet
still
that
there.
like nobody even nobody just cares. Nobody cares she's there. She's just there.
Like a fucking statue, just existing, not moving, no sound, no thought.
Does Kalina notice that
just
Tigak is
there.
Is Colbart still there?
Oh no!
Wait, am I?
Are you? Did you
Are
leave?
you?
Probably not. Probably helping set up the room or some shit.
Yeah. Colbert could just lay on the bed with them. They're like, let's make it 3.
Tegak's probably like not even aware of what's going on. She's just
Too
standing there
tired. Too tired to care.
and simply just, Kalina is here, therefore I must be here.
I'm sorry, I'm getting rid of the tabs as I should do because you guys know. Every time it's a fart noise.
I was
I
mostly
love you
thinking
guys.
that would be for Colbart, not
But
really
yeah.
Tagok. But
Tagok's not paying attention.
yeah,
Tagok's
Tagok
not
doesn't
paying
count.
Nah.
Does the voyeurism count
Tegak's
if
not
the
paying
person
attention
who's
and I'm
there
too
is too
stupid.
tired to acknowledge it?
Also Ace.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Both of us are too tired, stupid, and ace to understand what's going on.
Yeah. But yeah, Kalina, she does look at like, is Colbart still there?
Yeah,
Like, 'cause
Colbert's
is
still
the room
there.
all set up?
Yeah. Colbert finished setting up the room. And then he just looks, he's like, they're laying together on the bed.
Is it gonna be
What does
too
Colbert do?
heartbroken to go, though? Is it gonna be
Either-
heartbroken enough?
Either okay, this is kind of like the intrusive thoughts that's like running through Colbert's head is that either I don't go or I could try and steal him.
Steal her man.
Mhm.
I could,
Mm.
I
Mr.
could
Steal
try
Your
and
Man.
steal.
Mr. Steal Your Man.
Ooh.
What
But
a
at
misfortunate
cost?
relationship with Jade.
That's
Polly.
true. That's true. I could ask
That's
him
also
for-
true.
Polly.
Who says Colbert has to be monogamous?
Yeah.
Not a single motherfucker. What's she gonna do, Colbert?
Should I try and steal?
Or you can have...
It's up to you, buddy.
You can have your cake and eat it too. You can have both of them. You can try to get both.
Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Colbert just thinks for a minute and then like shoots up in bed. I could ask Jade.
Hmm?
Maybe I haven't spoke to Jade in a while.
Oh, double date.
Exactly, that's what I'm
Oh.
thinking.
Oh, that would be wonderful. That sounds like fun.
Yeah, I need to find him though.
I doubt he would have left Ceruleus.
Yeah.
Theron kind of chuckles and says, well, go off and find your man.
Alright, he's probably up. I'll check the bars. He hops out of bed and goes in, trying to find him. Brings a coat though because fuck it's cold.
He cold. And
Cold.
Kalina, she sees Tagok just kind of standing there and just says, "Hey Tagok,
Hmm.
why don't you go get some rest? You really need it."
She just kind of stands there for a little bit. She just kind of grunts and walks out.
Oh,
Like,
Mm.
okay, fine.
fine.
Fine, God damn you. I'll go rest.
Tagok, she's just so grumpy.
I'll get back to you on that in just a second, Tagok.
No problem.
Tagok, as you're leaving the room, you close the door behind you. You see somebody coming up the stairs. Oh boy, who is it? It's Kane. He has come back through the way gate.
Oh, he back.
And he sees you and smiles and says, hello, Tagok.
Oh, stars. Uh, she just kind of like looks in his vague direction, not even like lifting her head up all the way to look at him.
Looks at like his fucking abs, just like, yeah.
Or like
Uh,
The
just like
tits.
just looks at him and just goes, "Hi."
He you can't see it because you're not looking at his face, but he frowns a little bit and he says, "You haven't gotten much sleep, have you?"
She just shakes her head with a
He reaches a hand out and puts it on your shoulder and he says, "Would you like some help?"
Kane's the only one that noticed, but when he like puts his hand on her shoulder, she kind of like jumps a little bit.
Yeah. His hands are also very cold.
Yeah. She just doesn't really say anything. And just goes, "I'm gonna try to sleep." I don't think she really like understood what he meant.
He just kind of like pats you a little bit and says, "All right then, let's get you to bed." And then he like sort of guides you along to your room as you're just kind of shuffling, half paying attention to him.
Half forgetting that he's even there.
Yeah. But you get yourself ready for bed and he politely turns away while you put on your night clothes.
She doesn't give a shit.
And you kind of just flop into bed. Just like, if I sleep, I sleep. But he comes up and he pulls the sheets over you and like, puts you in bed. He's like, you are getting in the bed.
You are in the fucking bed.
You in the bed, fool. And
Get sleep.
Also, he should be careful because she has the dagger underneath the pillow.
Oh.
yeah.
Just like holds it with one arm underneath the pillow.
Yeah.
Habits die hard.
Mm-hmm. He's kind of like crouching next to the bed a little bit, and he says, "I know why you haven't been sleeping, Tagok. You're afraid of what you'll see when you close your eyes."
She doesn't offer any response. Just kind of looks away.
He kind of like has a very sad look in his eyes, but he smiles a little bit and he says, "I can remedy that."
She at least moves her eyes and then just looks up at him.
He says, "I can ensure that when you close your eyes, you won't have any dreams or any nightmares."
Tigok's face just kind of pulls into one of loading screen. Processing. Because, she hasn't slept in 2 days. She's fucking tired.
Yeah.
Dial-up noise.
And then She just nods.
Yeah. But he pulls something out. You're kind of like half paying attention, but he pulls something out and he holds it in his hand, kind of where you can see it. And it is
Long
a
stick.
it's a silver medallion that has carvings of snakes in it. And in the center there is a little stone inset. It's a moonstone.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh, that's
And
so pretty.
Ah.
and just imagine that, but without the necklace attachment.
Yeah.
So he holds it up and he says, as long as you keep this underneath your pillow, you won't be plagued by nightmares when you sleep.
Oh, okay. That's so sweet. She kind of just like offers a very slight smile sort of expression and just says, "Thank you."
He smiles and sort of like almost like pets your head a little bit, very slightly, and then he places the medallion underneath your pillow, noting that you also have a dagger in there when he
and he's
slips it under.
and he's just like, "Oh, there is a knife there."
Yeah.
Of course
Okay.
you would have a knife there.
Of course, that makes sense.
But after placing the medallion underneath your pillow, you can almost feel like this sense of serenity and just your whole body kind of relaxes.
Yeah.
And as you're sort of drifting off, you just barely see him get up and quietly leave the room, closing the door behind him.
Yeah.
Yay, sleep.
My girl can sleep.
Right. Freaking finally.
Tagok is finally sleeping.
Yay.
Now,
Do I
Would-
take a long rest or
yes, you
do I-
take a long rest, baby girl.
Yay.
You deserve it.
Finally.
All right. Recover 1 level of exhaustion. And 27 hit points. And my magic slots.
Yay.
Thank God.
Yay.
She's fully healed. Hallelujah.
Yay! Now I'm only level 2 exhausted.
Better than nothing.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
So, do we want to cut over to Kalina again, or do we want to go see what Colbert's doing? Trying to find his fucking boyfriend.
I'm cool with either.
Colbert?
What?
You're searching for your boyfriend, you homosexual.
I go to the bars. I go to the gay bar.
Go to the gay bar!
Gay bar!
Oh my god.
So, Colbert, by now it's like late in the day. The sun has not quite set, but it's getting there, and the world has a slight pinkish hue to it. And the bars have, starting getting busy. Start getting busy as everybody's getting off of work right now. Go drinking.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
So you head on into the bar and walk around a little bit through the crowd. It's a bit more crowded, so you need to wiggle around to see if you can find Jade. And you eventually you do find him. He is talking with a few other warriors, it looks like, at a booth.
Oh. I will be sneaky, rolling stealth.
All
Oh.
right.
Plus 11. I forgot how much
Okay.
I have in stealth.
Okay. Crazy boy.
And I'm just
Crazy boy. What you gonna do?
15! I got 2!
Oh no.
Dead.
At least it's decent.
At least it's decent that I got fucking 2! Literally. Worst roll I could get while still being decent. If I roll a 1...
True. Fucking true. You said 13?
Yes. I rolled a 2.
Tennis time.
Boop, boop,
Tennis time.
boop, 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 boop.
But, yeah. I rolled 13 and I'm just gonna be sneaky and, like, listen in for a quick second.
So you go up to the table and Jade is sitting with 2 other warriors. One of them is a very tall lady. She has sort of a very like fair, snowy white skin that's purpley. And she's wearing brightly colored armor. And she has big fluffy curly hair. And she is talking to Jade. She's like the one talking. And she's like, surely you must have found somebody by now. I mean, see how busy these bars are? Especially this one. I mean, come on. You're quite the catch. Not that I'm
No.
into it or anything, but...
Alright.
And Jade kind of rubs the back of his neck a little bit, and he says, well, I have met somebody, but they're busy most of the time, so I don't get to see him often. And then the other warrior, who is a little bit smaller than the other 2, but equally as decked out with armor wise. He kind of like crosses his hands under his chin. He's like, well, go on. Tell us more about him.
Oh.
And Jade
Oh.
kind of like,
Oh.
he scratches at his neck and laughs awkwardly. And he's like, well, when I first met him, I didn't know what to say to him. I was just kind of admiring him from across the room. He waltzed himself across the room and decided to spark up a conversation. He turned his drink into little floating figurines. He knows water magic. And the woman kind of like, aw, that's so cute and gay and romantic. It's like, aw.
No.
And
Hello?
hello.
Sorry.
Ben isn't an ice cube maker.
Oh. Oh, so that's Ben. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was my computer. Like I thought my
Ben's.
fan was running. It's just like, why is my computer?
It's an
sound
ice
like a
cube
jet
maker.
engine?
The calamari is frozen.
Wait, sorry.
Yeah. But you know, he's talking about you, Colbart. He's talking about you.
Nice.
You gonna make yourself known?
Alright. What I'm gonna do is what I'm gonna do is what drink is he drinking?
He's got like a big fucking like goblet or like a metal thing of wine,
Wine.
like red wine.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like quote unquote spill the drink, but as they like, but when it spills, like a red bird just like walks out of it.
Just
Yeah.
little bird.
Do you like make yourself present to spill it,
Nope,
or do you just like, ooh, from the shadows, I'm spilling it?
from the shadows.
Yeah.
Mm.
When the little bird manifests and walks across the table, the lady warrior kind of laughs a little bit and she says, I wonder if that's him. And she kind of like elbows him in the fucking rib. And Jade kind of like starts looking around and his eyes meet yours. And you see his face light up immediately.
Oh.
He smiles.
Yeah, I walk over and I say, "Whoa, my ears are burning."
I'm guessing you heard some of that?
Yeah.
It's been so long since I've seen you.
Yeah, same. We've had to deal with crazy stuff. But I am free now, so I came looking.
That's wonderful. And then the two warriors, like, the lady gives him a pat on the shoulder and gets up from the booth and leaves, and so does the other guy, now leaving the two of you alone. It's like, go
Yeah.
get him. Go get him.
Boy.
I pick up the gauntlet and like use a finger to like scoop up the bird. So it was like resting my finger, and I just plop it back into the cup.
He smiles and shakes his head and says, "You never fail to impress, do you?"
I mean, if I got the skills to do so, might as well.
So, did you come out to the bar specifically looking for me, or...
I mean, pretty much, yeah.
Oh, I feel special.
Oh my god.
He kind of
I'm
like
sorry.
grins a little bit.
And go and sit down at the booth.
Yeah.
Yay. Yay. So, how you been?
Well, I've met some fellow warriors, and well, we've been hanging out a little bit, occasionally sparring,
That's
and
nice.
we've been doing some odd jobs around the city where people need a little bit of brute strength.
Ah. Fun.
Yeah. It helps pass the time and a little bit of extra gold on the side.
Yeah. I just stare at him for just a second, just happy.
Yeah. He's kind of doing the same to you. Just like staring at each other like, ah, him.
Anyways, I can like slap my hands on the table, but it's like, you want to go on a date?
He blinks like super fast and he's like, yes. You're very forward and abrupt. But yes.
And it gets a reaction out of you, so yeah. One of my friends is gonna go on dinner with someone, and they asked if I wanted to join in. I was like, you know what? We could do a double date. So came looking for you.
Well, it's more like he suggested the idea of it, but
He's gonna lie. He doesn't
Mhm.
care.
And
But
also out of just me song. Was not 100% listening. So
I was suggesting you lay down on the bed.
I was laying down on the bed. Okay.
Yeah.
I was fucking I don't know what I was doing. I was
Colbart.
playing solitaire.
Damn you and your fucking solitaire. But Colbert's having a derp moment is all.
Yeah.
But Jade smiles and says, "Ah, well, that sounds like fun. Do you know what time or when we're gonna be doing this
Not
whole thing?"
I don't know the time. Should have asked. Um but you can hang out at my place until then.
Oh.
Mhm. I think you'll like the place. It's something.
He grabs his drink and he throws it back, finishing it off, and he says, "Well, how about you take me?" And he holds out his hand to you.
All right.
The both of you get up from the booth and he politely takes your arm, gentlemanly.
Nice.
And
He has gained some confidence, I notice.
yeah.
I'm more confident than the last few times that I met him, especially the first time.
Yeah. Poor boy, so awkward.
He is. Yeah. I go take him back to the manor.
Yeah. When
And
you
I am.
he is pretty astonished when you bring him to the gates of the manor.
I'm intently watching his face. Because I want to see his reaction.
He looks down at you and he says, "Wow, how did you and your group get your hands on this manor?"
Um, Berica kind of gave it to us.
Wow, she must really
Yeah.
like you then.
She won a minute, but yeah. We try our best to help her out as well. So
He nods and says, "It's absolutely beautiful."
Mm-hmm. Can I see my room from here?
No, your room is on the back side of the manor.
That's fine. It's yeah. My room is on the other side of the manor, on the back side. It has a balcony.
Ooh, very nice.
There's so many rooms in there. You have no idea how big this place is. I am not used to living in a big house.
Likewise, I've only seen places like this in passing.
Well, for once, you get to actually go inside one.
Well, thank you for the invitation then.
No problem. And I open the door.
Yeah. So, Kalina, are you
Yeah.
still just laying?
Probably.
Yeah.
He has talking with Farron and stuff.
Yeah. Just wanted to check in with the two lovebirds. But
Who's like downstairs? First level. Anyone on the first level or everybody in the rooms?
When you come downstairs, you see Freya has got the zoomies.
Yeah, of course.
And you can hear the thundering of paws as they fucking run in the main hall. And you hear the
Maybe.
and then they skid to a stop right in front of the stairs. And they're like on all fours and their tails out and the antennas are like straight up. And they whip their head around to you and they like low stance and they say, "Hi Colbert. What you doing?"
Hi, Grant. I brought a friend over.
"Ah, okay." And they go zooming off again.
Well, they got the zoomies.
Jade just kind of looks like confused, but like, you know, when like just jeez.
Eh.
It's like, oh Lord have mercy, what's going on here?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna go to like the kitchen and I'm just gonna grab 2 drinks for us.
Yeah. Grab the
Yeah.
drinks. Where you gonna go?
Grab the drinks. Okay. After I grab the drinks, you're gonna go upstairs. And I'm just gonna like knock on the door that those 2 are in and say, "Found him." And I'm just gonna go to like the shared study that me and Kalina have and hang out with Jade there.
Kalina, you hear a knock on the door, on Farron's door, and then Colbert saying, "Found him!"
Kalina just kind of turns her head towards the door and just laughs. Oh dear. Kolba is. He's something.
Yes, he is. Farron, says.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I just flop myself down on a chair in the study and then I hand him a drink.
Yeah. He sits down, next to you.
This is Kalina and I's shared study.
Oh, that's pretty fancy.
Yeah, I found some like old books in the attic, so I brought them down here.
Nice. I'm not, very well read, but, I read where I can.
They're very interesting. Shit, I don't have my sketchbook and I don't have any of the notes from that. Oh well, yeah, they're very interesting. There's a lot of weird stuff in the attic.
I would imagine, I had heard, like, the, you know, word around the street about this manor, and the old owner died, and the kids were fighting over it, so it went to none of them. So it just stayed empty.
Colbert is just giggling.
What are you laughing about?
Oh man. So, like soon after we got this place, I went searching around just to see what stuff is hitting around, and I eventually kind of found his small fortune and his will.
Oh.
And he said that if whoever cares enough to actually go looking for it can keep it, and since none of the kids went looking for it, we kept it.
Wow. So,
Yeah,
you got the dead man's treasure.
yeah.
But
Honestly, man, those kids do not sound great.
Yeah. sad that they just left this beautiful home. I mean, I feel like anyone would be foolish to not want it.
Agreed.
At least it's being put to good use now with you lot and your mission.
Yeah. There's plenty of spare rooms for whenever we have company as well.
Yeah, that's good.
Man. Anyways, you want to hear about some of the stories that I have from the journeys?
Oh, absolutely.
I tell them about how some of us now have catalysts, and I tell them about the gods that we met, except for Abelet and Zephi, because
Secret.
yeah, and also I guess Kane. Though I probably
Yeah,
let
probably
it slip.
Kane.
I don't with me. I probably let like Kane slip.
Yeah.
So
He listens intently and, you know, puts in a comment here and there.
Yeah. Then I tell him about. Oh yeah. Also because I have because I'm now a Stormhawk, I can turn into a fucking bird now.
He seems rather surprised at that.
And I show off one of my feathers from my necklace. Like, this is my feather.
Wow.
It's crazy. Yeah.
A fish and a bird.
Pretty much. Yeah, I literally have like all three areas. I got land, the sea, and the sky. Triple threat, I guess.
He laughs a little bit and then he's like,
Right,
you know, because he's
baby.
been drinking, he giggles and he says, all terrain.
All
Yeah.
terrain, baby.
All terrain!
All terrain.
Hey.
Oh, that's stupid. I love it. Call barge, all terrain, cook. Love it.
All terrain Colbart.
All terrain, baby.
He's like a Jeep.
Yo.
He's like a fucking Jeep.
Jeep Wrangler.
No!
Transformers.
Literally, I transformed into a bird.
Hilarious. Fucking
Oh my
hilarious.
god. Yeah.
Fucking
Hold on.
Jade
Hold on.
Autobots. Roll
I'm
out.
gonna roll. Hold on.
You're gonna roll.
I'm gonna
poor
roll
bitch.
to see if I let it slip if I died.
Oh
Oh
god.
no.
Yeah. So, okay. Arrow's odds are even.
Yes, do it.
Odds.
I let it slip.
Oh no.
So
Okay.
I hear it laughing, it's like,
How do you
all
let it slip?
terrain. All terrain. Oh my god. Well, we can add a fourth one too. That went to the fucking. What's the place that we go to when we die?
Spirit realm?
Spirit realm. I also gone to the spirit realm for like a hot second.
His eyes like widen and he's like, what? You did you almost die?
It got better.
He just kind of like sighs, like, oh god.
And I didn't almost died. I actually did die. I got better though. I had a freebie from this one guy.
He just seems exasperated and he's like, oh god.
Did not mean to tell you that, but yeah.
Well, I suppose I'm very glad that you made it back.
Yeah, that was quite a day. It's quite a day. Oh yeah.
my god.
By now, he's just kind of like looking at you. Like, you know when somebody's drunk and gay? They're just like looking
Mhm.
at the person. Do you know that picture of like the guy talking and then the guy on the floor looking up at him?
I
Mhm.
think so.
That. It's that.
It's that.
But yeah, he's just looking at you with like so much admiration and love.
Aww.
Not like this. Not like this. And for this moment, for this short moment, Colbert just completely forgets about Kalina.
Aww. And his mission to try and steal Farah.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Nothing matters. I have my
Yeah.
big beefy boyfriend.
Uh.
Who needs that little twink? But
Oh
I know y'all
dear.
want to go on break, but I'm actually considering wrapping it up soon, so
Okay.
no
That's fine.
break, we're just gonna go
Okay.
for a little bit longer.
That's
Okay.
fine. Okay.
So by now, it's the sun has fully set. It's dark outside. It's getting a little late. And you're definitely starting to feel the buzz of the drinks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm actually gonna get up and then gonna say, I'm gonna ask Kalina and Farron when we're actually gonna go to dinner, because I have no idea.
He nods. Says, alright.
I'll be back.
Hmm. The longest Kalina's been without Tagok.
Yeah,
No,
'cause
the
Tega-
longest Kalina's been without
yeah.
Tagok is when she got kidnapped.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, true.
Yeah, true.
Oh, true. Oh, true, true.
It's like, oh right.
True shit. Not gonna fucking happen again.
Yeah.
I'm not letting that shit happen again. Alright, Colbart.
Mm.
Talk to me, boy.
Alright, I'm gonna knock on the door.
Yeah. Kalina, you had kind of like drifted off a little bit, like
Mhm.
in that like dozing off state. And
Yeah.
you are awoken by knocking on your door. Farron is too, and he kind of goes,
Huh? Who is it?
It's me, Colbart, the fish man.
the fish man.
Oh,
A little
oh.
tipsy.
All right. Come in if you want.
Alright, I opened the door. And then kind of just like, you know when we're gonna go for dinner?
Uh, sometime tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow evening. Alright, good to know.
Farron is like paying attention, but like his eyes are closed still.
Mhm.
And he's just like, yeah. Uh-huh.
What?
Yeah, tomorrow
Uh-huh.
evening.
Tomorrow evening. Alright. Tomorrow evening. Right. Thank you. And I go away. and then go back and I say to Jade, they say tomorrow evening.
All right. I suppose I'll be ready by then.
Nice. Yeah. Wanna go to my room?
He looks a little surprised for a second, but then he smiles. He says, "Sure, lead the way."
Mm-hmm. And I open the door from the study to my room,
He looks around
and
the
I close
room,
it behind, and I
and
close it behind me
yeah.
with him.
But
That fucking emoji.
just the emoji in the fucking chat. Doesn't matter to me. I'm sleeping. Tagok's asleep.
Yeah.
But he takes a look around your room and he says, "This room is very fitting for you.
Yeah.
You know, the
Turns
nautical
out,
theme."
Yeah,
Yeah.
the nautical theme.
Yeah, it turns out the old man that used to live here really likes the ocean and shit, so I picked it. Turns out the safe is actually here. So I
Oh.
found it. Yeah.
He kind of like awkwardly stands there a little bit, like not sure what to do.
Like, come look at the balcony.
You lead him to the balcony and you open it up. And the sky is perfectly clear and it is filled with tons of stars. And
pretty.
Thanks, Kane.
you can see the beautiful crescent moon.
Wow. Thank you, Kane.
Jade kind of like laughs at that a little bit.
Man. What's the realm that Kane's from?
The deep
Deep
realm.
realm.
Deep realm. Yeah, I kind of just kind of like say out loud under my breath and say, I should really visit the deep realm at some point.
He kind of like he hears it slightly. He's like,
Nothing. Man. Want to see something cool?
yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I'm looking at the chat. Okay. I kind of step back from the balcony, and I think bird thoughts.
Oh, he's gonna turn into a bird.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, bird thoughts.
Bird thoughts.
So, Colbert, you're thinking bird thoughts. You become the bird.
The bird.
And Jade is kind of just standing there, looking down at you. Like, whoa, a bird. Whoa, bird.
I kind of like, I go on the railing, and I just like kind of like scooch in closer to Jade.
He kind of like lets you get under his arm a little bit, and he kind of like wraps his arm around you, and like his hand is stroking the feathers on your chest, kind of like scratching at them.
No.
Pets.
Pets.
Soft pets.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of do just some chirps. Chirp chirps.
You
Eh.
just spend some time being pet contentedly on the balcony.
And I'm gonna look at him
Very
and
cute.
just have like this kind of like this stupid mischievous look.
He looks down at you and he's like, "What's that look about?"
And I break it out from under his arm. And you know, like those videos of where like the bird just kind of looks like they just jump off a building.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I'm doing that. I'm like jumping off a building.
As
Oh,
you do, you hear him like suck in air, and like you don't see it, but he like reaches out towards you.
And I go flying around a little bit, trying to put some like do some fancy little flying moves that I know, but I kind of do poorly because I do not know how to fly super fancily.
Well, he's just like watching you, like, wow, look at him go.
Yeah. I spent a good like minute flying around in bird noises, trying to both just kind of have fun, look a little silly, and impress him a little bit.
Yeah. Are you gonna fly back to him?
I'm gonna fly on his shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He smiles up at you, and he just kind of like pets underneath your chin with his finger.
Neat. Neat. Having fun.
Yeah.
Neat.
Oh,
I just
dear.
chirp for a little bit.
No, literal lovebird.
My god.
Lovebird. Lovebird.
That's stupid, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. But yes. Lovebird.
Are seriously? Are my
Oh,
Discord messages
no.
showing in the stream? They shouldn't be.
Wait, hold on.
They are?
Are they like?
Are
Is
you
it
in
the?
streaming mode?
Gonna...
They shouldn't show in the stream regardless.
Are you...
I didn't have streamer mode on, but
What are you... Is it... what's
Audrey
it
just
called?
said she can hear them. So
Oh, hear them?
Okay.
No, that... We always been able to hear the notifications. But seeing them, that's another big issue.
Yeah.
That's a bigger issue.
yeah, so we don't have that issue. It's just the hearing them thing.
Good.
Yeah. We
Um,
just get occasional Discord noises. It's fine.
yeah, it's fine.
We're nothing professional. We're just here.
Idiots.
Yeah. There's a couple of idiots playing around.
Exactly. Yeah.
But eventually I get off his shoulder and I'm gonna turn back into Fish Boy.
When you do, he's like sitting there, not sitting there, like he's leaned up against the railing of the balcony, just watching you.
I just gonna go over to him and like hug.
He hugs you back, and he just kind of like pulls you up close to his chest, you know,
Ye.
And he's just looking at you. Smiling.
What are you looking at?
You?
Hmm? Anyways, what time is it right now?
9:35 where you are. Also,
Endgame.
god damn it, Ben.
Sorry.
The
And
burping.
it's endgame.
But,
God.
yeah.
Yeah, I meant endgame.
In game, it's probably about the same time, honestly.
Yeah.
Like 8 or 9 at night.
Yeah.
8 or 9. Alright. I take him by the hand and I'm just gonna like take him to the bed and just gonna flop
Ocean
down.
man takes you by the hand, leads you to the light.
Leads you to the bed.
Bed.
Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Yes, indeed. I'd flop down on the bed.
Gonna do the
He
wave.
he sits down on the bed next to you, and he then like goes to take his shoes off. You know, not gonna get the dirt in your nice bed.
That's true.
And then he lays down next to you.
Hmm. Right. I don't know what else to fucking say at this time, but
Do you want me to just be romantical and shit?
Ooh.
sure.
You're lying there with him, and he decides to be, you know, a little romantic, and he kind of pulls you close to him so that, like, you're kind of cuddling a little. And, you know,
I
he's
can
big.
be here now, just as an alert.
Yeah,
Yay. The gang's all here.
the gang's all here. But, yeah. He just kind of strokes your head and holds you close to him,
Oh,
sort of lulling you to sleep a little bit.
No.
we're just vibing. We're just there.
It's cozy. It's comfy.
Yeah.
There's two motherfuckers who are being fruity in their bedroom. Or shit. Kalina's laying next to Farron. Colbart's laying next to Jade. Not Jade. Not Jade. Jade.
Character
Character
Jade.
Mr. Jade. But,
Is he jaded and old?
he's not
Jade the Rock Johnson.
Jade the Rock Johnson because he's a rock man.
He's a rock.
Ah.
And
Yeah,
Tagok is
okay.
asleep with a knife and a medallion under her pillow, given to her by Kane. She finally can sleep.
The medallion.
The medallion.
Medallion. Not
What
the
is
knife.
what was your idea of where Sarzoff is right now?
I imagine that Sarzoff is just kind of either doing some shit in the manor, just fucking around, wandering about, or has gone to bed already, as it's like a little later in the evening.
All right. I think he's just roaming around doing stupid shit, knocking shit down, accidentally breaking things.
Yeah, being a general menace.
A menace to society.
Menace to the housekeepers.
Yeah, menace to the housekeepers. Oh dear.
But, I hate to cut it right as you've come in, Audrey, but
We need to cut it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting a little bit of a shorter session tonight. But
Okay.
we can still hang out. But that is going to be the end of tonight's session, everybody. It ended on a romantical ass note.
Mm.
And it's going to get more romantical next session.
Woo.
It's probably going to be another short session, just of some dates. Or double date.
Hey, double date, baby.
Anyways. Good night, everybody. We will see you all next week.
Night, y'all.
Smooches.
Bye.